Mr. Platinum in 1989, and this is going to be my preview for Against All Odds, which is later on tonight at 8 p.m. on pay-per-view, of course. Now, tonight we're going to see a tournament, which is the 8-stud tournament, and it basically gives people a title shot, the winner a title shot for Lockdown, which is going to be live from St. Louis in April. Now, to really quick wrap up what happened in Impact. I'm pretty happy that we saw the Pope D'Angelo De Niro get a win over Orlando Jordan. I don't have anything against Orlando Jordan. I missed his WWE run, so I don't have no heat on him from that. But I know some people were upset that he beat the Pope a couple weeks ago on Impact, and they were playing off that he was selling the knee injury and stuff like that. Excuse me. So it's pretty cool that now the Pope got the win over him. So, like I said in my last video, you know, guys got to wait and see. They just put the Pope over him, and he advanced to the tournament, and let's see where the Pope goes here, which I don't expect him to go by the first round, but not because anything bad. Either way, also on that Impact, we saw a lot of great wrestling, in my opinion. Like, there was a lot of wrestling throughout the night, a lot of good matches that had some storyline between them, at least some, you know. And the main event with, was it the main event? I'm not even sure if it was the main event. Now looking back, that it was actually Ken Anderson and Kurt Angle versus Matt Hernandez and Desmond Wolfe. I think it was brilliant. Some people were complaining that there's a heel and a face teaming up, but that's what I like about TNA. You don't see the typical, they don't follow the typical roots of wrestling when it comes to certain things. They break certain rules, quote unquote rules. Either way, I really enjoyed it. Anderson's great. So is Desmond. Now, to talk about Against All Odds. What I like about this tournament is that every single matchup kind of has some storyline behind it. With the Pope and Desmond Wolfe, their feud started the January 4th show, and they actually have some build-up between each other for a rematch between the two, which is great to see. Hernandez versus Matt Morgan, they're the tag champions. They automatically have history right there, automatically have some angle or storyline. Kurt Angle versus Ken Anderson, they didn't have anything until this past Impact when he basically screwed him out the pin. They got the win, but we all know how it happened. So they have that storyline. And Abyss and Foley, not only that they have their feud back in October, but since then they have become great buddies all over again. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens here, especially considering that Eric Bischoff said if anything goes down, any funny business, then, you know, it's going to cost them their job. Now, I hope Abyss wins this whole tournament. Now, I'm not going to make any predictions because anything can happen, and I'll probably be happy with what happens. I'll probably be happy. But if I could have it my way, I'll have Desmond beat the Pope. I'll have... Wow. I'll have Abyss beat Foley. Desmond beat the Pope. Look, I'm not even going to say it. Forget it. Forget trying to do that. Because I can't even decide between Hernandez and Morgan, and I can't decide between Anderson and Angle. I just want Abyss to win at the end. Alright, you know what? Anderson. Because he's, you know, he could get the win without pushing this guy since he's a heel. So then, let's say Anderson versus Desmond. I don't know, probably, I could see them pushing Anderson to the main event. He'll look like a star quality for Lockdown. Either way, I'm not even going to try to predict this. Forget that. Now, my thing that got me worried, the last time they did this type of tournament all on one night was in 2008, which was the Deuces Wild Tournament for Sacrifice. And the first rounds, the early rounds, the wild card rounds of the tournament usually end in a matter of minutes so that they can move on to the next match. And, you know, so forth. So I don't want to see anybody lose in less than 3 minutes, and it's going to be hard because we just have so much star power in these matches. So I don't know what's going to happen there. I just hope every match gets decent time, but if it doesn't, I understand, as long as the finals and semifinals get a lot of time. Now, but also on that night, we had a lot of things going. The Sacrifice night, we had the Knockouts ladder match and stuff like that, as well as Steel Asylum that year. So they don't have nothing like that. It's basically main event focus. besides the Nasty Boys. So, that's cool. Alright, now Nasty Boys and Team 3D. I hope Team 3D wins. I don't want some kind of tainted ending so that they move on to Lockdown, even though it could have more of a hardcore element, which would work. I don't know. We'll see what plays out there. Just want this feud to end as soon as possible. And Samoa Joe versus AJ Styles. I loved the in-ring segment that they had on Impact, and I think it was so great. It's just great. And they had it near the main event and everything. Against all odds. Find a way to watch it. And as for tomorrow, look out for that announcement from TNA. It should be another step forward to the growing company, which I love so much. Mr. Platinum Man 1989. Peace out. Bang bang. Bang bang.